Hello everyone, you're watching Business Today TV and today we have with us a very special guest. He's Dr. N Saravanan, the CTO of Ashok Leyland. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Sure.
So, I wanted to ask you a question. What is the roadmap of alternate fuels, especially for Ashok Leyland and for the commercial vehicle industry in particular?
That is not one question. That's a big question. I think it's an interesting question, but it is a long answer from my side. In the commercial vehicle, always it is about what makes sense for the customer, right, from a TCO perspective. So what will happen is, unlike the passenger cars where you see a clear transition happening from maybe the diesel, petrol into some CNG, and then long-term EVs. So there's a clarity there. I mean, commercial vehicles is not like that. There are opportunities. Not just electrification makes sense in the light commercial vehicle, in the buses is already there. It also will make sense in some even medium-duty vehicles from certain applications. You'll also start seeing LNG, CNG making sense, right? And then another side, because we are such a large commercial vehicles, large consumer of petroleum, diesel imported products. So there's a push also to say, how do I, as a nation, get away from so much import? So there's also a push to say, what is sustainable fuel for India? And that's where hydrogen comes into the picture. So as we go into larger trucks, you'll also start seeing hydrogen. Again, within hydrogen, IC engine based and fuel cell. So long answer is, it's not one transition technology, multiple technologies will happen depending on the application.
All right, sir. So how cost competitive are LNGs and CNGs as compared to internal combustion engines?
I think CNG, LNG will make sense as long as there is a certain cost difference between the fuel. Because the initial cost of CNG, LNG is slightly more. CNG is slightly more and LNG is a little bit more because of the tank cost. But they'll all make sense as long as that initial cost is recovered in operating cost. And the recovered operating cost will primarily come from the fuel price difference between diesel and CNG, LNG. And I think that is what will make the transition to start, and that has to be steady over time, because last time we saw there was a significant gap in pricing between CNG and diesel. There was a sudden transition towards CNG, and when the geopolitical situation happened, the CNG price again went up, and therefore the CNG demand sort of went away. So I think the idea is, how do we get to a sustained sort of a pricing structure on the CNG, LNG so that the demand picks up for CNG, LNG.
And so how ready is Ashok Leyland when it comes to these alternate fuel technologies?
I would like to think we are probably quite ready. CNG, LNG, we have a modular platform of vehicles. We'll be ready, CNG, LNG, sooner than later, maybe a couple of months. We already have launched LNG product. CNG we have in the lower end. In the larger medium-end trucks in the next couple of months, we'll see the entire platform. Hydrogen, ICE and fuel cells, maybe a little bit longer. We are already working on it, but it is a new technology. And we also need to sort of understand the availability of hydrogen and so on and so forth. Yeah, so I think.
Thank you, sir. It was lovely talking to you. It was a great interaction.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.